Hey, what's up, guys? This is Don Raja, Don, and you're watching 2 Live Media. In general, I am Don, and I would say I am a political rapper, activist, but I am like multifaceted, I guess, so I don't really have like one pinpoint of who I am, but I am involved in activism, civil rights for black folk and for indigenous people, for immigration, people that are being detained right now, and I'm very serious about that, so it bleeds into my music. I have like a lot of energy, and just at a young age I did poetry. I would like put on plays for my family and shit. And I think the poetry, I started singing like some of my poetry. But I didn't really want to do that with my life. I was just kind of following what everybody else wanted for me. And I ended up in prison at 19. And that's literally, I know it sounds weird, but I was literally in my bunk in prison and I heard like this song. And for me, it was God telling me, hey, go sing this song. So like I went to the prison shower and I sang this freaking song. And for some reason I was like, this is what I need to do with my life, you know? And so that's where it started. And at first I thought I was going to be just completely like a singer, because I do like blues, neo-soul. And then I realized I have a lot to say about my experiences and the way that people were treated in prison, and just minorities in general, how they're treated in this world, especially the USA. White supremacy is very rampant, and prison is prison is white supremacy, you know. And there's a lot of people that are gonna die in there. There's a lot of people that will never get to speak to anyone in the free world ever again because of a drug offense they did 40 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's just really disheartening. So I made it a mission to tell their stories and tell mine. I was in Austin, and actually that wasn't too long ago. Actually this year is kind of when I let go of my like negative thoughts on comparing myself to others and stuff like that. And I deal with anxiety and depression, and throughout my whole life I was on and off, you know, medications for that, and it made me a zombie and not who I am creatively, not who I am in general. And later on down the line, a friend introduced me to microdosing mushrooms. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about this, but whatever. And it really, really, really helped my anxiety and depression. And I started microdosing. It's literally, you don't microdose to trip balls. You just microdose to kind of, I guess, reset your thoughts and stuff. I'm sure it's much deeper than that. But I fell in love with mushrooms. And also, I am vegan, and I just started a vegan barbacoa business, and I make it out of mushrooms. So I'm trying to like get people in my generation and in our culture to start normalizing eating healthy, stop sipping lean, stop, you know, overdoing the alcohol, all of that stuff that white supremacy has put out for us to kill ourselves. I'm trying to just make it look ugly, you know. So yeah, I'm the mushroom lady, I guess. Yeah.
And the other psychedelics are just straight shrooms?
I mean, I tried acid not too long ago, and it was cool, but I really don't like to be out of control anymore. I spent a good part of my teenage years just really fucked up because I came from a broken home, and I didn't want to be there, you know, just there in life. So I don't want to not live my life anymore. So yeah.
Right.
Pure Product Productions is my label. I started a label because I don't need to be signed. I know I'm good. And with the technology, you know, and everybody who is a starting artist, they should know that you don't really need a label to make it anymore. There's people that will support you and be your fan base. It may take a little longer because you don't have the money to promote. But yeah, I started my label, and like any artist that I put on, I don't sign them. I basically just pay for their studio time, tell them the studios that are good, that have the good vibes. Tell them how to get on distro or how to distribute their music. Really, I don't sign anybody, just myself. I sign myself because take that headache out the way. I don't need to be working to get signed, you know, because that's not authentic to me. But yeah, the Pure Product Productions is my label. If you'd like some guidance, artist development, help with writing, just hit me up. It kind of developed over time. When I had got out, I was like, I'm going to be a singer. And I was doing some flowing and freestyling. I've always freestyled since I was like 16. It kind of developed, and I got angrier, I guess, because I realized what I had been through, and it was so unnecessary for a young person, for a person in general, really. When you are doing drugs and you want to be not alive, basically, that's what I felt like. I didn't want to be alive. My dad was an addict. Just so much shit that made me not want to be alive. And they put me in prison. Like, that's bullshit. That is torture. It was fucking torture. You know, and there is people in there that are not as strong as me mentally, and they have given up. They've fucking given up. So that pain and, like, that anger, because I've realized now listening to some of my songs, I do have aggressive, like, style and rap. You know, it's kind of like... And honestly, Maya Angelou is someone I look up to, and, like, she's my mother. I feel like she's my mother. And I am an angry person, I guess, but I've learned that it is righteous anger, you know. And she said something, and it was like, she said, it's okay to be angry. What it's not okay to be is bitter about what you went through, because bitterness is like cancer. It eats upon the host. And if I kept being bitter, you know, I wouldn't be here where I am today. But yeah, definitely that is my rap style. I tend to just express all my anger because I'm not, like, I don't like to act on my anger. I'm not violent anymore. I'm not, like, I just don't do those things anymore because it's not good for me. I just let it out in my rap. So if you hear my aggression, it's because someone fucked me over. Literally, seriously. I'm sure you could relate. Well, from the jump, I was in prison. And it's very important to me because whether we as a people of the USA do make an impact on the prison population, these people are often people that we write off, you know. Or when they do get out, it's like they have a blemish on them, you know. It was so hard for me to get a job, and I was psyching myself out, honestly. And it was just because I felt unworthy because I was in prison. You know, when I was in there, they were calling me stupid. The warden told me I was never going to be shit. And they treated other people worse. There was maggots in my cereal. We had... every 2 weeks on Friday, they give us 2 fucking rolls of toilet paper, 6 tampons for women. Like, it's just insane, you know, and it's worse for men. So that is very special to me because I made connections with people in there. When it comes to Black Lives Matter, which Black Lives Matter, trendy term, right? There's been people fighting, living this every day. I mean, since the USA started. That's what the USA was made on. And I just feel like people with lighter skin should speak the fuck up. You know, they should really speak up because everything you have is made off of the backs of minorities, and especially black folk. You know, so there was a point in time where I started, like, seeing, hey, I'm out here in the scene. People are going to see me. And I had to make that decision. Was I going to be just a rapper? You know, no disrespect, but to me, in this time, in history, I want to be on the right side of history. And honestly, I've always been an activist. I always speak up. Like, I'll punch boys in the face when they disrespect people. Like, I don't fucking play. Like, there's no room for that anymore. Money is cool and everything now, but what's really in right now is emotional intelligence. And that comes along with activism. We have a lot of wrongs to right. And I feel like people listen to rap a lot, so I'm on a mission. Yes. Latinx in general, you know, I want you to think back on all of those uncles, all of those aunts, all of those family members that said something racist, had a racist joke. They weren't playing. You know, that's violence. And I encourage you to call them out. I encourage you to remove yourself around them if they cannot correct themselves. Because it starts with us. It starts with you creating dialogues for generations that were before us. Because they've been conditioned to think this way. Because it started with the USA. You know, it was westernized. So it's not necessarily they're bad people or whatever. We're not trying to get you to dog them out, but create those dialogues. And also, you know, watch after the kids. Watch after your kids and keep them away from energy that they don't need to be around. Seriously.